Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave Daily Update for the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500 for Tuesday, October the 29th, 2024. The markets did finally put some direction decisions in, at least for me, today with today's move. And so I'm going to kind of dive right in and just kind of go over the changes. And then I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour chart and we'll go a little bit deeper. To begin, Google's earnings, they came out, Google trading up 9 on that news. Good earnings, I think it was 88 point something billion dollars in revenue. And so they like it. It's a big Titan. Secondary, AMD also reported they're down 13. So on 88 point, no, on lesser, but still, decent earnings, I thought. And here it is, third quarter, 47 cents. I don't know what they were looking for. They're on track. They report third quarter, compensation, that's all that good stuff. That's still more of the good stuff. I'm not looking to go through that. I'm not looking to do that. So anyway, they both reported 2 down, 4 to go. And so tomorrow we have Meta and Microsoft. So we'll be looking at that. All right, so here what we have, again, fourth wave, minor wave 4. We're in that minor fifth wave, and that's going to be 5 waves of minute degree. And I do believe 1, 2, and 3, and now 4. Minute 1, 2, 3, and 4 are complete. And that's to finish this minor 5. So we're in the minute fifth wave going up. And then that is what, in turn, when we're done, will complete minute 5, minor 5, intermediate wave 3. Now, that's the one I've been working on, and that's what I've been covering since October of 2022. So I'm thinking, okay, we're really finishing up a 2-year plus, a little bit, a 2-year plus rally. And that'll drop us into what I believe will be an intermediate fourth wave. And that'll kind of take us either maybe mid-December or the start. We might even pull off staying up in the upper levels all the way through the end of the year. And then in January, as we have seen so many times over our years here, that the market starts at a high. And then we work our way to a low, and then we end up going back up to that high, as we've done several years over as we peak, and then we go to the trough. So here we go. Now, 1, 2, minute 1, minute 2. This is within minor wave 5. Then it breaks down because we're counting minute wave 3, and this is where the change comes in. I originally had minute 1, minute 2, and then basically we're still working on minute wave 3, thinking that we needed one more high over here. I pulled that down, took a look, I thought, nope, I'm pulling it down and I'm putting that there. And now we have minuet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing getting broken. Wave 3 is not the shortest wave. Wave 5 is, and nothing overlaps. And we're in good shape, except that 4 does overlap wave 1. But guess what? I'm allowing. And because otherwise you're going to go out here. You're going to put the 3 here, the 4 there. And let's just see. Still, it overlaps. That's why I put it down here. A lot of people are going to not have that comfort in doing that. But I'm kind of putting it together that way. I am going to do it. And whether it's a diagonal inside, a diagonal third, which quite often is not seen. But we're inside a fifth. And we're really at a mature rally phase, considering everything that is sitting around it. We're reaching a top. We're at new all-time highs in the indexes. So, is it time? Is it time that we do a little bit of a release? Let some of that air come out of the balloon. And so, yeah, there is. And so I'd be looking for an intermediate wave 4. Now, again, what we're lining up in all of these lines and all of these colors is the Fibonacci levels for the completion point for each of these degrees. Starting again, what we see, intermediate wave 3 is in the yellow. Those are the fibs that go along with the intermediate wave 3. The orange are the minor wave 5. And then we come over here, and the white are the minute wave 5. Then we go inside, and the purple are the minuet, and then the gold are the sub minuet. So we're getting down there. And so I'm going to drop down to that hourly chart, and we're going to be able to see now we're inside the division. There's the minor, excuse me, there's the minute wave 4. We're looking inside. So now I have minuet 1 and 2, and then I have sub minuet 1 and 2, and we took off beautifully. It just was beautiful. And that pretty much was the opening. The opening, the salvo was down, and they pushed hard, but it bounced right back. Let me see if I change it, you're likely going to be able to see it in the candle. And so you see there was pretty much drove it down, put in a new low over what we had done yesterday, and then overnight, and then just took off, and then just took off, and then just took off. But it on an hourly chart, it looks absolutely beautiful. It looks glorious. That's what I'm looking for, folks. I'm looking for it to go straight up. And if you're an options trader and you're setting it up and you're leaving the options on, you're happy. You're happy. If you're doing Qs and you're long the Qs and you're going to play it till Friday, you're happy. Or Thursday, you're happy. So, but as a day trader, it had its challenges. And the only thing that I could tell you is that to bring it down and you take a look at it on the 5-minute chart. I mean, the rally, no problem. It was good. But see all the tails? That's the hourly. That's a 5-minute chart. You can bring this down to a 1-minute chart, and you're just full of tails. I got to go this way. And there we are at the open. There, look at that opening. Ding, 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 ding. Drive it down, ding. Drive it down some more. What are we doing? We're going upwards. Like 1, 2. We're going to come back down in a 5. Are we going to head down in that C wave as I presented? Then it was ding, 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 ding. Take it up, and then we came back down. Then we went back up, and then we came down, and then it chopped. This was very choppy, but it was essentially ended up with a nice big up bar. And then we came down off of that. See, there's a lot. This is all within. When we go back out and we look at that hourly chart. Nice day. Okay, so inside of it, there was a lot of trading. What are they doing? How about this? And so sometimes you go out and you take that daily look. You go out and take that hourly view, and then you kind of come back and go like, well, if I'm really going to stick with that, then I realize that the market is going to head up. And that's what I'm looking for in terms of getting upwards into the levels that we want to see to finish, and I'm back to the 4-hour, to finish, and I'm going to take it out of that and put it back in the bar, cleaner, and finish this minor wave 5. So again, the fibs are laid out. Yellow are the intermediate degree. The orange are the minor degree. The purple are the minuet degree, and the white are minute. The minuet are purple, and then the sub minuet are gold. And they all have affiliate fibs coming down. So let's go back down to that hourly chart and look at this beautiful rally. So again, when we're here, we're looking for minuet wave 3. Here, we're looking for sub-minuet wave 3. And this is on its way, because what's inside minute wave 5 are 5 waves of minuet degree. So we're breaking, and we're breaking nicely. It's big, as it should be. All right, it's a third. It's a third of this third of the 5th. So this kind of is our largest part. And I had been talking about we need to get above. We need to get above 21,243, 21,240, whatever that number is, because that is the high of minor wave 3. Minor 5's gotta really, it should. I don't want to see a failure here possible, but this should go out in a crown of glory because it's the NASDAQ and these are the Mag 7. It may be a spike. It may just get up there and it might just come flying right off. It could be rejected, but it's something I would expect from this index. Now, inside are fibs. Now we're looking for minuet wave 3. 20,827, because this one is bigger. So that one, that third can come in at 20,855. Okay, that's just this line right here. 3, 4, and we come up into 5. Okay, I can do that, but not this. This one's still in the third. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When this finishes 5 in the gold, it's going to finish that third. So where can that come in? Here. See how nice this is? And then we get the 100% here. So if we're finishing 3 here, 3 and the 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I'm thinking we get this third, 20,855. And we come down and we come back up in a submenu at fifth to put in the third here, this one. And I'm thinking that might end up 21,129 to 121,175-ish, right up in there. And then we go back down in a 4 again, not a huge one, just to go down in a 4. And then we turn, we come back up, and the minute fifth would be equal to the minute first at 21,286. But I'm looking forward to get above 21,002 or 431, 21, whatever that high was. Let me go take a look. I like to be precise. So 21,002, 21,121. So once we start clearing this, we're fine. Now, open that back up again and pull it down this way. So 21,255. So up in here is this completion zone. But we can get a third here. We can get, a fifth here. But if it starts to break there, which it would be fine. So in other words, it's 1, 2, 3, the 3 finishes here, 4 and the 5 are in the 5, and this third finishes here. We call 4 and the 5, and we're up into here. And it does fit cleaner. So we're looking at 1.618, but this 5 and this 5 and this color are going to produce this 5. So I don't think it might be here. This could be thirds, 5, 4, and then we come up into here. 21,526 to 21,720. And then upside, we have 22,000. Now, if we go full bore, well, I've got intermediates now coming in here, 21,665, intermediate third. It's not bad. I can do that. It could be fine. We're just coming in right up into that zone. And that would finish. So this would be a good zone for all the 5s. Primarily 5 here, and then we do a 4 and that one, and then the 5 up on the minuet degree, 5 up on the minute degree, 5 up on the minor degree, 3 in the intermediate degree. And yes, that's a nice tight little package. And we're not going on a moonshot this time. I think when we come back down in an intermediate 4th wave, and when we're done with that and come back up in a 5th wave, which could happen next year, then we're going to go past all of this. Because don't forget, I just take it out one more, and I got to explain this, what I do on the weekend. When it gets done with that intermediate 3rd wave and it puts an intermediate 4th wave, we'd be looking for it to come down to the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree in a correction, and that's right here. So it's back down to 17,005. Then we go again. That's the one that I'm expecting. That should go above all of this. As we finish, then that's an intermediate 4, and now we're putting up an intermediate wave 5, and that then completes the primary 5th wave. Then we're getting done. And let's go out and take a look at this daily and look at our, that didn't work, did it? There we go. So right now, look at, they all corrected, and they're like, okay, fine, great, hike, hike, hike. And we're heading for the end zone. And so we've got the 8 pointing up, the 20 pointing up, the 50 still pointing up, the 20 giving a nice little angle. So it was a good little move. Daily RSI, yep, responded. So that all fits as well. All right, let's go over and take a look at the S&P. Call it a day. S&P basically same thing, except I can take this off now because that's done. All right, so I'm going to go down to the 4-hour because we want to just get inside of all of this. I'm going to open it up. And here again, same count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. And that was even cleaner. This is much cleaner than the NASDAQ. Much cleaner than the NASDAQ. The 4 comes down, does not overlap. It's nice. This 4, barely. We allow the touch. So nice, minute wave 3, minute wave 4, and here again, 1, 2, 1, 2. So finally, and that's the other thing that I like, because of the influence of the MAX 7 and a lot of the crossover stocks between the S&P and the NASDAQ are, they should basically be in the same count. That's the way I like it. I'm going down to the hourly chart. Again, we're looking on the inside. It's always not as clean, but this one, slight failure, but that's okay. I'll live. And here we are. There's the 3 ABC4. That was already done. But before I had marked it as possible, that was just A, and this was just B. And we're going to come down in that C wave. Well, just let me know no. Unless this whole thing just breaks down again tomorrow, and then it'll be like, okay, what is all of this? So we shall see. But in the NASDAQ, not as beautifully green as it is in the NASDAQ. All right, so now let me redo that. Go down to there and then go back to here. There we go. So we can start to look at our fibs for the third waves, the sub-minuet and then the minuet wave 3. And as they relate, so I need to do one thing. Go out to the daily and actually, can I get it on my 4-hour? I bet you I can, and it'd be cleaner. There we go. I got to come down here. I forgot to put the minute, and I got to do it from here over to there. Okay. So, and then go in here. And let's change the colors. Yeah, that could work, but I don't think we go much further. And we'll see how all of this lines up, and then I'll see if I'll need the 2.618. All right, so we have also now, so we have the minute, those are the white. Then we have the intermediate, which is yellow. We have the purple, which is the minuet, and the sub-minuet is gold. Now we're going to start to move up, and we're going to see where we're going to be. Look at this beautiful little wraparound. Beautiful little wraparound. So again, whether it's going to come out in a third or whether it's going to come out in the fifth. As far as Fibonacci goes, wave 5 being equal to wave 1 is number 1. So that would be your number 1 choice. Above that, 1.618. And that's at 61.84. It's kind of different. So I'm looking at this going like, well, is that going to be a wave 3? And then we come back down, a sub wave 3, or even minuet wave 3. And we come back down, and then we go back up, and then we do make it to here, or above here, to finish 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5. So, and that could be closer to there. Now this is 3.618. That's a high number. So which means 2.618 has been gone through. That one's down below, so it's already been taken out, and I will show that to you. 2.882. That one's been taken out too. So let's go and put that in. You see that's all the way down here. Like that one's long gone, 2.888, long gone on the intermediate degree. And then I took out the whole thing. Undo. And let me just edit and take it out that way. Much better. Okay. So here we're up to the 3.618. I think I could put 2.882. And that might give us one additional level. And we'll go here and we'll say 2.882. No, that's not going to do it. No, I'm leaving it off. Sorry. Any case, we have places in between. 2.618 was below, and then the others are there, but they are low. And we're now going according to structure. So that's the kind of the point that I'm making. When you get down to these levels, if intermediate wave 3 were to complete here, that would work because we have the 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 3, 4, 5 here, and that completes that 5. Whether it's here or whether it's here, it's still the same 5. So here we have where wave 5 would be 100%. That works. Well, what about intermediate 3? We already know that it's surpassed 2.618, 2.882. We have some internal with the 3 point. We can put others up there to bring this down. So it does fit. So I do think we go. I still believe if all is going to feed out well this week, then I think that we might be there. We might be there. We'll see. And then again, another choice is that, or do we need more? But we'll have a different count. We'll be able to see it through the count. So what do we think then for tomorrow? I think that we continue because now we have the next two. We have Meta and Microsoft. And plus now we've got the influence of Google making solid money and with solid prospects moving forward and including AI, including the development, including the search engine, including YouTube, including. It's a big, vast site, big, vast company. All right, that's going to be it. Let me take a quick look at what comes out tomorrow in terms of data. ADP Employment and GDP and pending home sales. ADP at 8:15 a.m. Eastern. That'll be out first. And median forecast is 113,000 versus the previous 143. That'll be interesting. Let's see what it wants to do. And also, we have new home sales. Okay, that's it for today. The next daily update will be on Wednesday, October the 30th.